Alright, is this a tomato or is this just a rolly guy?
It's like an armadillo or something. Oh, wait, what?
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
Look at this guy.
Look at this thing.
That's
oh
Thanksgiving
my
dinner.
gosh. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's show, we are playing Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age, which is coming to PS4 on July 11th. And to join me in my quest as Vaughn here is Justin. Hello, sir.
We're both Vaughn today.
We're all a little bit like Vaughn.
And we're in Rabanasta.
We're a young kid just down on his luck, trying to make sense in a very interesting and unusual world. Now, all right, some of you may be asking, hey, wait a second, this game looks familiar. You, sir or ma'am, are right. This game is familiar because it originally came out in, let me consult my notes, 2006, I want to say? On the PS2?
Like that.
Yeah,
that
2006
right.
on PS2. It is a kind of classic in the Final Fantasy staple. Now, I'm already in this save file. Don't you worry about a thing, because I made sure to have a save file that's very early in the game. This is right after the... Oh my god, there's a dinosaur. You not remember that. This is a bit after the opening of the game has started. We find Vaughn here, our hero, after a lot of political intrigue and some bloodshed, Justin.
Oh, bloodshed.
So
that early in a game?
Oh, it's right up ahead, right at the beginning. Ooh, this music is making me feel
This is really
triumphant.
exciting. The fact that the Zodiac Age is coming out is... Oh, my God.
Justin!
Look
Justin,
at this little
it's coming for us!
Oh, he's a good boy. Look at... Go pet him. Can you pet him?
Nope, but I can attack him.
Oh, don't attack him. He's a cacti. Oh, he's running away. Don't attack him.
I have to. I'm duty bound.
Oh.
I must vanquish the evil cacti from this good earth.
Well, there you go. If you can do that, you can do anything.
So, Justin, here's the thing. The story of this game is incredibly rich and complex, but the simple, let's see, summary is that there are two warring nations or empires, and Dalmasca, which is kind of the home to Vaughn here and many of the other characters, is caught in between. And so it has just recently fallen under Imperial control. Now Vaughn is an orphan. He's just running around trying to make sense of the world.
Killing innocent cacti.
Killing innocent cacti and also innocent wolves.
Well, that wolf looks mean.
This wolf has got a mean jaw. Look at the jaw on this wolf.
He didn't attack you. You attacked first. This is really not fair, Ryan.
I have a lot to do here. So at the beginning of the game, Vaughn is essentially just, he's stealing, he is trying to make ends meet, and he's trying to take care of his fellow orphans.
I'm really not thinking Vaughn's a good person so far. He's
though,
attacking
dude.
innocent
He's one of
animals.
the
You're
heroes.
talking about him stealing stuff.
Now, to be fair, these wolves did attack me first. The little cactus, that was definitely a cold-blooded move on Vaughn's part. Let me look at my map real quick. Let's see.
Rabanasta. I love the name of that place. Rabanasta.
Yeah, it's really good. And so at the beginning of the game, kind of Vaughn goes on a bunch of odd jobs, and that's sort of where we are right now.
Okay.
And I want to take a look at the Clan Prima. So hunts. So check this out, by the way.
Okay.
We are going to be hunting the rogue tomato. That's what it is called. The rogue tomato is to be found in the Dalmasca Ester Sand. Easter Sand? East Sand.
I think, right?
Ester Sand. So that's what we're doing. I should have probably read that when I had it open, so that I knew where to go. All right, I saw the bill. I accepted the hunt. The rogue tomato is to be found.
Yeah.
And that's where we are, right?
I'm really excited for Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age because this is about as far as I got in the original game when I played it all those years ago.
Do you think we can handle the T-Rex at
I wouldn't recommend it.
At level 1.
I would say probably just walk past him.
I'm going to walk past him.
Let him be.
It's the wild saurian. It's not a T-Rex. That was my mistake. I regret the error.
Oh, okay.
All right, so... So you'll notice that the combat system here is very interesting, and this is kind of what made Final Fantasy XII a unique entry into the series, is that it fused a lot of MMO RPG sensibilities in with a more traditional single-player game. This is a single-player game. You are not, we are not connected to a huge world right now.
Yeah,
we're in a huge world.
This was, I feel like around this era is when Square started getting really adventurous with the combat systems and the way that their games were laid out. Slightly more action-oriented combat system. You have the Gambit system in all its glory. This was the debut of that, where you can basically program your teammates to do certain things at certain times. Very bold game, and it was very divisive when it first came out. But I think people generally look back on the Gambit system as like a really interesting thing for them to have tried back then.
And I want to point out that, and I should have said this right at the top, but the Zodiac Age, which is this sort of huge remaster remake. I gotta kill some more cacti. Oh, it's sleeping. Actually, that's terrible.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. The thing about this game is that Zodiac Age is there is huge improvements. Oh, I'm actually going to die.
Yeah.
There are huge improvements to this, not just from a graphical perspective, but also from a mechanics perspective as well, because the team went back. We actually have a great PlayStation blog post about it, so I encourage all of you to check it out from one of the producers. The team went back and just did a ton of stuff to make this a much richer, much more rewarding experience, especially in terms of how all the characters level up. We're not really going to see that in today's episode because it's so early, and we're just, hunting wolves.
Well, it has a lot of the improvements from the, let me see if I remember the name of this, the International Job System version of the game. Is that right?
That sounds right. Here, I'll give you my notes while I try and figure out where our rogue tomato is.
But basically, this is the first time a lot of those changes will be available in the U.S. because I think there was a Japanese version of the game that had some more enhancements and everything. And we're getting a lot of that.
Use another potion. Oh God, wolves! All right, you know what, wolves? Just leave me alone. All right, I'm trying to figure stuff out. Here, let's go this way. I'm still looking for this rogue tomato.
Oh, so this has a speed mode, kind of like remember.
Yeah, watch this. Ready? Boom! Oh! We're going so fast!
Let's go!
Where? Somebody call the cops! Vaughn is on fire! Holy smokes! All right, we're gonna
so that's a thing.
That's a thing. So in case you're not booking it fast enough, actually, can I die if I jump off here? What's the over/under on this?
Can you even?
I can't.
Let you?
No, we're good. We're good.
Woo! The game takes good care of you.
Go, Vaughn, go.
There's an updated map system if you click that L3 button.
Yep, that's what we're
you got
looking
that?
at right now.
Cool.
Oh, that's where I want to go. So we're gonna look for the. Ooh. That speed up is amazing.
They actually went back.
Leave me alone, wolves.
They actually went back and they re-recorded the soundtrack with a full orchestra as well. And that's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. And again, to their credit, to the developers' credit, they also include the original soundtrack. They have the reorchestrated version. You can see actually a lot of that stuff in the config menu here. They have.
Oh, can we switch to the original? I want to see what it sounds like.
I don't know if it's going to change.
Does it instantly? Let's see what happens. Let's give it a minute and see if it kicks in.
Yeah, well,
I'm curious. Obviously, the game is HD now, so it looks fantastic too. It looks very crisp on this TV.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you're what we're doing is playing a game that came out more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Justin, I can't figure out where this flippin' rogue tomato is. I thought we'd have this in the bag.
Well, go see how you can figure out how to get down there.
All right. No, I mean we've explored all this area. Let's see. I'm gonna go into that. Maybe the outpost. Maybe the outpost will have more information about the rogue tomato. This is gonna be the most rogue tomato-ish episodes of PlayStation Underground.
They actually implemented an autosave system in this game as well, which seems kind of like a no-brainer, but that wasn't there in the original Final Fantasy XII.
Justin,
so
I might get.
Oh, don't.
I might get destroyed by
by
some wolves. These wolves are not happy with me. Okay, we made it. We made it to the outpost. Whew, we're back. Remember this place? Well, now we're gonna actually ask for information. Do you know anything about the rogue tomato? I'm just speed reading here. Hello? Oh yes! All right, here we go. Hunting the rogue tomato. Looks like we have a fledgling clan member. Am I right? But I missed the mark. Oh. Okay. Well. All right. So I didn't need to trigger anything. The rogue tomato is there for us to find. We just need to find it. But
I believe in you, Ryan.
I don't think I can can I get on one of these chocoboos? Chocobo. But I guess I can't. I'm gonna go back.
Okay, so adding to the updates from the Japan-only release Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System.
There it is.
I was close.
Now check this out. This is
Here we
kind
go.
of this is what we were talking about before here.
Yeah.
Oh geez, no, I actually don't want to make this huge decision without doing any research whatsoever.
Ah,
But
here's
the job
Machinist.
system.
Is this the first game Machinist appeared in?
I don't know.
Because that's a job in Final Fantasy XIV now.
If this is the kind of screen that just gets you psyched to play a game, then by golly, you're just like me, because this is the kind of thing that I'm super into.
Black Mage.
What I was actually looking for was it under Equip? Maybe it was licenses, actually. Because this is the kind of game where you need to actually have a license to equip things. Look, I can't. Look, license needed. Accessories 1. Okay, well, let me go back to licenses then. And I guess, who should I be? Hold on. The only option is Foe Breaker.
Use weapons to... Wait, what was the description on Foe Breaker?
Let's go back.
Warriors who use mighty weapons to tear their foes asunder.
I have made my choice. Vaughn is a Foe Breaker. Okay, well, I hope Foe Breakers can equip bracelets.
Hit square. Hit square. Okay, here we go.
Perfect. Look at that.
Bum, ba, ba,
Look
ba.
at that. We figured it out. Oh, I can't unlock it yet, though.
Oh.
I must be doing it wrong. Oh, I'm in view mode. Okay. All right, well, you know, we made good progress. Let's keep our eyes out for the rogue
We gave him
tomato.
a job. He has a job now. He's no longer unemployed.
Oh, my God, I never healed. Oh, this is terrible, Justin. This might be the tragic end of Vaughn before he ever found the rogue tomato. Oh, good. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad.
You're good.
All right, Wolf. Look, I was going to leave you be. I already slaughtered your kin.
He's asking for it.
Ha! Uh-huh. Now, at some point, you're seeing the battle system in its most basic form, but the one thing that you should note is that once you get really deep into the Gambit system, you can essentially program your party to do some crazy stuff. You can have as much or, you know, arguably as little control as you want when you play Final Fantasy. Oh, see you, Wolf. When you play this game, including, you know, oh, I want this character to only heal my tank when they drop below 20% health. Or, oh, I want you to focus on using magic to deal damage. Well, this character does physical damage. I mean, there's so much you can do.
Is that really are tanks? Is that is the whole party composition of DPS, tank, healer? Is that a thing in this?
Not really.
You've just been playing too much of that.
I've just been playing too much of that 14.
Speaking of 14, they have a new. No. This is a good segue.
Nice little segue.
This is a good segue. They have a one of the new 24-man raid that they're going to be releasing at some point in the future for Stormblood. Is called Return to Ivalice, and that is based on the location in which Final Fantasy XII takes place. Also, Final Fantasy Tactics was set there, so it's this universe called Ivalice, and they're getting the one of the guys behind Final Fantasy XII and Tactics to actually help create that raid. So I'm interested to see how much they take from Final Fantasy XII and Tactics in that, and see those worlds kind of cross over.
What? All right, is this a tomato or is this just a rolly guy?
It's like an armadillo or something. Oh, wait, what?
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
Look at this guy.
Look at this thing.
That's
oh
Thanksgiving
my
dinner.
gosh. Cockatrice. All right. Can they turn you to stone? Am I thinking of my Final Fantasy lore right?
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, well, so let's hope that doesn't happen. I may have made a bad call okay, hold on a second, guys. It's going to be dicey. Go, Vaughn, go.
Man.
All right, take down one.
Just keep on spamming those potions.
Are you still attacking, Vaughn? Come on. Move, dude.
There you go.
Move, dude. All right, let's see. Do I have any techniques?
This is getting dicey.
I can steal.
I don't think this is the time or the place for that.
All right, fair enough. Actually, you know what? Justin, there's a chance I may have been underprepared for this fight. Come on.
It's just two chickens. You can take them on.
No, they're intense. Yeah, this is bad. I'm bouncing. If I speed up, will that help my chances?
I don't think
No, they can go fast too. Oh God, they're chasing me, and I backed myself into a wall.
Uh-oh.
All right, hold on.
This isn't looking good for our old pal Ryan.
Nope, it's fine. If the entire episode of Underground ends with me being,
Killed
death by large chickens, it will not be my proudest moment, but that's okay.
I'm okay with it though.
How many potions do I have left again?
One. You better make it.
That's not a lot,
make it
is
count.
it? That's not a lot. No, yeah, definitely gonna have to use.
Oh, no!
Death by chicken!
I'm gonna be really sad if we don't find this rogue tomato.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, we took a quick break in order to find said tomato. Turns out tomato was very close to the start of the map.
We've been wandering the desert for hours.
Hours and hours, days. My throat is parched, but now at last we have found said tomato. He is just over the crest.
Oh, you're not going to kill an innocent cactus again?
No, not this time. This time, no blood. No.
Look at that. He was right there.
He was literally, I don't think you could go more straightforward, and somehow I ran past him maybe 14 times. That just goes to show the rich and colorful world of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age.
Well, it's time to make some ketchup.
Now, here's the thing. What are we thinking? Is this tomato going to be an easy fight or a hard fight?
I think it's going to be a pushover. Let's see.
He's really cute. Sorry, little one.
You don't get to play that card, Ryan.
Think about it. A literal bill was put on this tomato's head. A bill sentencing it to death, and it looks like a little stuffed animal.
Yeah, I mean, who called for the death of this tomato?
Okay, well.
Well.
That was it. Oh, the tomato's running.
What?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Tomato. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. He's right down there. Speed up. Woo. All right. No, that's fine. Tomato just wanted me to stay on my toes. Wait a second. Hold on a second, guys. We have to see what the tomato's got in its pockets. What do you got, tomato? No, I couldn't steal from it. Probably because it's a tomato.
Not much of a thief.
What do you got to steal from a tomato? Tomato can breathe fire! Kill it.
That doesn't seem like biologically viable.
No, tomato's done.
Oh, he did.
Oh. Rest in peace, tomato. You have been vanquished. I love that one of the main, first marks that you have.
Is he just going to pick it up and take a bite out of it?
Justin, I don't know how long this cutscene will play, so maybe we should end the episode now. But before we go, I will say, again, ladies and gentlemen, Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age is out July 11th. It's coming to PS4. Especially if you've never played the original PS2 era version, this is one to check out. It is a classic Final Fantasy, benefiting from a ton of refinements. And we will see you next time on PlayStation Underground.
PlayStation